Welcome the grade 10s. This is the very first tutorial that we will have in pure mathematics, and I think we will look at this question paper. I think it was 2009 November, and in question 1 they said that we should factorize the following expressions fully. And the first one that was provided to us is the following. They said 3y squared plus 1. We honestly need to factorize this. Now the question is, how do we do this? Now the first thing that we check in here, it's a common factor. There's something common this side and that side, but the exponent of y here, it's 1, the exponent of y there, it's 2, so we will always take the one with the lowest exponent. You take the one with the lowest exponent, you open the bracket, and then you say to yourself, I took out one y here. What is left? It's a 3 and another y. That is what is left. Plus, you already took out one y there. If there's nothing left, you will always say 1. And to check if this is correct, y times 3y, it's 3y squared. Y times 1 is y. Therefore, we are correct in what we have done. And then in 1.1.2, we have x squared minus 10x minus 24. Right. We need to factorize this. It's in a quadratic way, or it's in a quadratic formula written. So what we need to do is the following. Right. Because you have x squared, x, and a constant, always written in that order of decreasing exponents of x, therefore you will make two brackets. You have your x squared, you write x, and then you say the factors of 24 that can give me 10, it's 12 and 2, because 12 times 2 it's 24. The bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. Remember, when you multiply the 2, you should get negative. So because already this is negative, this has to be positive, because only negative times positive will give you negative. And minus 12 plus 2 is minus 10. Therefore, you have factorized this fully. 2 marks are provided for this. Now, we get to 1.1.3. Now, we have 9x squared minus y squared plus 10y minus 25. Right, let us check where the problem is here. What we need to do here, we can't take out a common factor here. There's none. We can't take out a common factor there. There's none. So what you need to do is the following. You need to regroup this. So in other words, what you need to do is to say, okay, I'm having y, I'm going to group it with y. I have x, I'm going to group it with anything else that is left. So let's try to regroup this. So I'm going to say 9x squared minus 25. Please do not change the sign of anything. Minus y squared plus 10y. So when we have it in this way, now we can work with this and we can work with this. Very important. So what I can do here, I know that 9 is the same as 3 squared, your x squared, there it is, minus, I know 25 is the same as 5 squared, minus. So in here I can take out the common factor of y, and then I'm saying there were 2 y's, I took out 1 y, only 1 is left, addition sign. I took out y in here, I'm left with 10. Something worthy of noting. And then in here, check what is happening, because you have a minus, and this is a perfect square because it is a squared, and this is also a perfect square because it is a squared. Therefore, what you will do there is the following: minus y plus 10. So what you can do there is the following. You have 3 squared, you can write 3, remember, and 3. You have x squared, x and x. You have 5 squared, 5 and 5. What is the difference of two squares is that the other is positive and this bracket is negative. So what else can we do here? So meaning in here we have 3x plus 5 into 3x minus 5. Then you can just say negative times y, it's negative y into y plus 10. And this would become the factorization of this. But let us check if this is true. Let us try to verify this. Let's multiply out and see whether we will truly get this. So when we multiply here, we will have 9x squared minus 15x plus 15x, they will cancel, you will have minus 25. Let's multiply here, you will have minus y squared minus 10y. Is this the same as that? Let's check. 9x squared, yes. Minus 25, yes. Minus y squared, yes. Let me check something here. No, can you see the mistake that we have done? Remember, this negative has to multiply in here, so this has to be minus. You see, verifying is very important. So this has to be negative, so that in here you will have minus y squared plus 10y. Can you see that? So this is highly important. So we will have 3x plus 5, 3x minus 5 minus y into y minus 10. So this is what we will have. I don't see any other common factor. We can take out something common here that is also common there. So there is nothing. So we will just leave it the way in which it is. Right, and should there be a different approach in this, you are more than welcome to show us. Alright, let us go to 1.2. Simplify the following expressions fully, and we have now 4 plus 1 over x, 2 minus 3 over x. Now we are requested to simplify this, so we remove the brackets by Bottom's rule. We will get 8, remember, minus 4 times 3, it's 12 divided by that x, don't forget. This side plus 1 times 2 is 2 divided by x. Positive times negative is negative. 1 times 3 it's 3. X times x is x squared. Something worthy of noting. Right, and then from there, what is it that we can do? Now from there we can do the following. We can group the like terms. As you can see that we have minus 12 over x plus 2 over x. So what can we do? What can we say about this? Do we add here, or do we, because they say just to simplify this? So in here, minus 12 over x plus 2 over x. Are these the like terms? And if they are, how do you add or how do you subtract them? That should be the question. So for example, let's look. If we say what is 1 over x plus 2 over x, what will you say the answer is? Only by simplifying this you would know that this would be 3 over x, because the denominators are the same. So you just say 1 plus 2 and then it gives you that 3. So let us try to employ the same thing in here. So what I'm going to do in here, because this is negative and that is positive, so I'm just going to say, let me just do it down here. minus 12 over x plus 2 over x. I will take my x and say minus 12 plus 2. That will give me minus 10 over x. Can you see that? Highly and highly important. So I'm going to say 8 minus 10 over x minus 3 over x squared. And this is exactly what I have. Something worthy of noting. Right. And then from there, 2 marks were provided for this. We go to 1.2.2. We have 5x minus 5 being divided by 5x. Now remember, we are simplifying fully. So there's something common in here, which is 5. So you took 5 here, you are left with x minus, because you already took 5 there. When there's nothing left, you will always say a 1. And then you have your 5x. Numerator, denominator goes once, x minus 1 divided by x. And this can be simplified further because this x divides every numerator that you have. So the first one is this. You will divide it by the denominator, subtraction sign, 1 divided by the denominator. This into this goes once, so you'll have 1 minus 1 over x. That is what it will boil down to. And then let's go to 1.2.3. You have 3x plus 1 plus 3x divided by 27 times 3 into minus 1 plus x. Right. So what is it that we are going to do here? Now, the first and most important thing is to break this using the laws of exponents. So when you break this, it becomes 3x 3 1. So that when you multiply numbers of the same basis, you add the exponents. It will give you x plus 1, which is this. Plus you have your 3x. 27 is the same as 3 exponent 3 times 3 into minus 1 plus x. Very important. So there's something common in here, which is 3 to the exponent of x. So you took 3 to the exponent of x in here, you are left with a 3. Addition sign, you already took it there. When there's nothing left, you always say a 1. So you have in here your 3 3. In fact, in here what you can do, let me show you. You can say when I multiply numbers of the same basis, I add the exponents. So you will write one base, and then you will say 3 minus 1, that will give you 2, and 2 plus x is 2 plus x. Very good. And then we can continue to say 3 plus 1 is 4. And in here we can break this. We can break this to 3 squared 3x, because when we multiply, we add the exponents if the bases are the same. So before it was in this way, this is how it was. So that look what is happening. We can do this so that we can have 4 divided by 9 as our final answer. There is no numerator or denominator that can simplify this further. These are some of the most important things that you should know. Right, that was question 1, wonderful people. I will see you in question 2.